There we go. All right. So we got a few more minutes before we start the episode of Fade the Shade Away. This is episode 3, and we will be talking about dating. So, if you are a single male or female and have an opinion on what dating should be or what it could be, horror stories, tips, advice, whatever you have, don't hesitate to share them with us. I would love to hear what you have to say because I think it'll be interesting to hear what different people have to say. So we got a few more minutes, about 3. So go get your popcorn, go get your wine, your beer, whatever it is, your water, your protein shake, or whatever it is that you want to drink or eat while we're doing this thing. It should be interesting. I wish that I had somebody who was single to come up here and actually be on the show this time, but didn't work out this way. So y'all just got to deal with me, and you're going to have to deal with it and like it. So again, for those that's joining, this episode is going to be about dating, the ins and outs of dating, what dating should be, what it shouldn't be, tips for guys, tips for gals. It's gonna be interesting. I know I have a few horror stories and have some success stories and all of that good stuff as well. I'm going to talk from my perspective on a lot of things, and I hope that people will want to contribute some of their thoughts and some of their horror stories, some of their success stories about what dating is, what dating has become, because it's a very, very, very interesting world that we live in right about now when it comes to dating. So, a couple more minutes. We're going to delve right on into it. It should be fun. I'm actually looking forward to this discussion and this conversation because I got questions too. And I need some help. I would love to get, you know, women's perspective on this thing. Some of the bros that are doing this, I would love to get your perspective on what dating is. Hey, what's up, Dave? But I want to have a general discussion about what dating is like and, you know, what we can do as single males to, what up, Jay Hunt? What can we do as single males to make things a little bit better for us? And what up, Phil? What can females do as well? I mean, it's not just dudes who need, it's not just dudes who are messing up when it comes to dating. Females are messing up on a few things too. So I would like to get both sides of this story and this situation, both sides of this coin. So another minute, wait for a few more people to join in, and if people don't join in, like it, we're gonna have a good time regardless. So, yeah, anybody here? You got something to say? You want something to add? Type it up. Dave, I feel you, bro. I didn't think I was gonna ever have to date again, but that shit became a reality real damn quick. So, alright. It's 4 o'clock according to my computer, my iPad, and my iPhone, I think. Hell yeah. So, welcome everybody to Fade the Shade Away, episode number 3. The topic that we're going to be discussing is dating. Yay! Hey, Felicia. See, most folks say bye, Felicia, but I'm saying hey this time. So, alright, so dating. I'm going to be honest with you, y'all. For me, at this day and time, dating sucks. It really does because you don't know. It's like the whole art of conversation is lost. The whole art of what it's like to actually approach someone and engage in conversation, especially someone that you're interested in. It's different. It's changing. And so many people. I don't think many people go out to meet people for dates now. I think everybody now is doing the online dating thing, and I think that's a great way to meet folks. But at the same time, is I think with online dating, with all these profiles that people create, is just like you don't know if you're getting like the real people or the fake people. And yeah, I hear you, Dave. I think a lot of people do just want to get up there and bang, and that's I think that's true for a huge portion. But I also think that there are some people up there who are up there just to, they're actually there to try to meet people. Some people don't have the social skills anymore, and it's like they can put this persona on and be who they want to be when it comes to dating, and that's when you get the catfishes and all of that stuff. So, but I want to know, like, what the single fellas, single ladies, what do you guys think about dating today? What are some of your horror stories? Have you had success stories? Is dating like, I don't know? Is it a popularity contest now? You know, what's it like? Because I, I can only speak from my own experiences, right? So I feel like a lot of the dating sites like Tinder and Bumble and OkCupid and Match and everything. So you can see how many matches that you have, right? Do you guys think that when you go on these dating sites, and women too, do you think that when you go on these dating sites that people are racking up these people that they match with to, I guess, as some kind of means of showing that they still got it, or hey, Elmo, what's going on? Um, do they rack these people up that say, hey, you know what, I still got this. I'm still hot. I'm still sexy, or whatever. Do you think people do that? Because I know I know women. This is my opinion now. It could be, you can take it with a grain of salt. And I know that women have a lot of choices. They got to sort through a lot of bullshit and kiss a lot of frogs to get to, a decent guy. Now, with guys, I'm not sure if they have as many choices or options. Like I have a homegirl who's on dating sites, and she says, Blaze, I can go through like 20 dudes in a day. And, I got to swipe through these dudes. And it's like, I go through these 20 dudes and I get 15 dick pics. And there's no real substance there. And that's a problem. Dudes, you can't, y'all, that's why I'm talking about the conversation stuff. Like, y'all, bruh, you can't say, hey girl, what's going on? Here's a picture of my junk. Let's get together. It don't work like that. And like I agree with you, because dating needs to go back to the basics, face to face communication and friendship first. I got that. I'm with you on that. Okay. Now if you're on a dating site for, you know, friends with benefits or just for hooking up, make that be known. Okay? But I'm gonna go off on a tangent on that real quick. Alright, ladies, break this down for me. Now you put on your profile that, no friends with benefits, and I'm not here for hookups. If that's what you're looking for, swipe left. And I get that. Now, I've went on dates with people who've had that on their profile, and that shit went out the window. And that's what they're after. They're after, I think women want dingling just as much as dudes want booty butt. And that's just how it goes. But don't come up there and be like, hey, I'm not that kind of girl when you're that kind of girl. For real. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Sex is awesome. And anybody raise your hand if you think that sex is not awesome. And I'll wait. So, don't be contradicting yourself when it comes to these types of things. Let me look at some of these comments. Tinder is the best representation of dating. Don't know which way to swipe, but I know that the swipe approach is strictly visual and just not the way to find someone compatible. I agree. I agree with you on that. And I think that we look at that first appearance. Yeah, we know that looks aren't everything. You got to have a dope personality and all this stuff to go with it as well. I get that, but looks are important because let's be real. If you want to go out with somebody, you want to be proud to have that person on your arm, or you want to be proud to be called up with that person. You know what I mean? You don't want to go out with somebody and be like, oh, what was I thinking? They gonna have the best personality in the world, but you're gonna be like, hey man, that's special girl. And some folks be like, yeah. Or, get the women who be like, they look at you, it's like, ooh, why is she with him? And that's the thing. You don't never know. So, but it's like you said, dude, it's a visual thing, and they swipe left and they swipe left and they swipe right or whatever, based on that first visual contact that they have. They don't read the profiles, they just swipe. I'm guilty too. I'm not gonna lie, I am. But I actually take the time to read the profiles of some people. So imagine that. You actually get to know people before you actually start having a conversation. My man Phil say it's a sexual world now, so that's why they do it. I got you. Emma says that it is too much. She no longer have to pick someone for me, but also, yeah, you got. It can't just for us that are parents, you can't just pick somebody for you. You got to pick somebody that's gonna be there for your kids. But you don't. In my world, you don't get to meet my kids unless I think it's gonna go somewhere. You know. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at my man Dave. It's like you got to lead with the best dick pic you got. He's stupid. I think that dating shouldn't be hard. I don't think dating should be as difficult as it has been for so many people. I think that we we really lost sight of what it's like to be with someone and actually experience good times with that. You know what I mean? It's that major problem now is men and women are both hurt and want to claim that they ready when they not. Healing yourself is the first goal, bruh. Phil, you speaking truth right there, bro. You speaking some truth right there. It's like, yeah. Let me tell y'all about me. So y'all know I was married for ooh, 15 years. No. I'm sorry, I'm not married for 15 years. I was married for 10 years. I was together with my ex-wife for 15. She was 19 when I got together, and I was 21. So, and we've been separated for 2 years. The divorce was final back in September. Now, I thought that once that was over with, because I felt like, because like Phil said, I was hurt. You know, I thought that I'd be able to jump in the game. I've never been a single adult before. I figured I'd be able to jump in the game and get over all that stuff and move on with my life and just be that dude. Didn't work like that. I'll admit now, I thought I was ready in the beginning to move on, but I really wasn't, and because of that, I heard a lot. I heard a lot of people, and I didn't do that. Was not my intention. I thought that I could go in and I could move on with my life and I could be happy. I thought that I could be over, my ex. But when you've been with somebody for that long, feelings don't go away like that. At least they don't for me. So, when I wasn't ready for a relationship, women come out of the woodworks. It was just like, bam! It's just like, okay, hey, this is new chick this day. Hey, new chick. Hey, let's talk. What's going on? Yeah, let's go out for a drink. Let's do this. Let's do that. And they just come out of nowhere. But now that I'm moving. It's been 2 years since I've actually spent time with since I actually had a since I had a wife, since I had a real strong relationship. It's been 2 years. So, and now that I'm at a place where I feel like I can move on and be healed and be happy, no one is around. And you put the feelers out and you try to figure out what's the best thing to do? What's the best thing, to say when you're dealing with people? Hey, cuz, what's going on? And I'm confused. I really don't know because, like I say, I read profiles on these. I read profiles on these dating sites. I understand. Say, hell, well, you get the typical. Well, I'm a hard worker, and I go out and I work hard so I can play hard. I'm looking for a partner in crime that can and that can go out and do these things with me, and I'm looking for my best friend, and if you can make me laugh, you can make me do all these types of things. It's great. Girl, I've been on Match and eHarmony, and they full of shit just like Tinder and Bumble. I'm telling you. But I love you too, Sue. But okay, it's like, all right. So I'm reading this profile. I was like, okay, and they got all these requirements. One more thing before I'm gonna go off on a tangent. Why the hell is height such a big deal? I ain't the tallest. People. You see me. I'm short. I'm a giant in my family though, but I'm short. I'm 5'8". I'm 5'8", right? These chicks who are like 5'3", 5'2", they talking about I want to do this 5'10", 6', 6'4". What? How you gonna what they gonna do that I can't? But get stuff off the top shelf. I get a step ladder for that. I ain't no small dude. You know what I mean? I can handle myself when it come out in the places. But why does height matter so much? I don't understand that. I don't get that. You're gonna miss out on a lot of dudes because dude ain't 5'8" or 6' or 6'4". You know what I mean? It don't work like that, dude. So you gotta broaden your horizons a little bit. You can't say I'm open minded to a lot of I'm open minded to dating different types of people, but you're you got a height limit that people can that you can get to. That's crazy. That's crazy. So going back to what I was saying, it's just like you read the profile, you actually get to know a little bit about these people. So you message somebody because you think, hey, I think this person this has been my match experience. So you go out there and you start talking to these people, and you say, hey, my name is Blaze, and I loved reading your profile. And you start listing out some of the specifics that you like in their profile, and the things that you like, and the showing that you actually pay attention to these types of these things. You're not just looking for ads. Now, if you are, let's say, if I go on a website and I'm just looking for a friends with benefit situation or hookup situation, I'll come up front and I'll tell you that. I'll say that. But to me, sex is not the end game. Sex is a bonus. You know what I mean? I'm looking for somebody who can make me laugh, somebody who I can kick it with. I can go out on a date with. We can laugh. We can, play putt or bowling or whatever with someone. Somebody we can nerd out with. That's what I'm looking for. I mean, I'm not looking, wham bam, thank you, man. That's not my style. I told you, that's not the end game. I think Emma says she feels like at this point we need to put everything on the table and be honest with people because, yep, I don't play games. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Don't play games with it. If you're after something, then say it. But don't put me on. Don't shut me out because I ain't 5'10". So what? What I lack in height, I make up for with a huge personality. All right, and some humor. That's some good stuff. So, say you ran into a weight limit. Oh my God, that's and that's the thing. I'm running into that too. I kind of get the stink eye when I come to folks. I'm like I said, I'm short, but I ain't no little dude. You know what I mean? You see look at these shoulders. You know what I mean? I got it. I can take care of myself when it comes to these types of things. But at the same time, it's just like, you get the stink eye from people because you don't fit a certain criteria. You're not tall enough. You're not slender enough. You don't make enough money. You don't have a car. You don't have two cars. You don't have a home. You don't do all of these things. And it's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. But dudes are just as bad because this is like, we want somebody to, you want, it's like these dudes, you want a woman to, let you drive her car. Why? First of all, why you going out to somebody you ain't got something to drive? Especially if you live out here this day and age. If you living with your mama or your baby mama, oh, and that's another thing. Y'all dudes is married. Why y'all going after these women for? Stay with your wife. That's who you supposed to be with. You ain't supposed to be with all these. You ain't supposed to be trying to get these side chicks. You know what I mean? Now, if you're in an open marriage, yeah, that's fine. But if you there for daggone, you supposed to be there for your wife. Same thing, ladies. You're supposed to be there for your husband. Don't be trying to get no side dude. You know what I mean? Try to make the things work if you can make them work. All right? But anyway, but it's just like we have all of these unrealistic. We have all these unrealistic criteria. It's like you gotta have this for me to even say hey to you. I don't get it. If you're on a dating site and somebody, says hi or hey, I would like to get to know you better, what's wrong with saying hi back? Or hey, I appreciate you contacting me, but I'm really not interested. Don't just get a silent treatment. That's rude as shit. I took time out of my day to talk to you. You know what I mean? It's just like, what makes you so special that you can't say anything back to me? Mm-hmm. Because the thing about it is, ladies, I think ladies think that a lot of ladies think. I'm not trying to generalize because that would be rude to me, and I don't know everything about everything. I think that a lot of ladies think that, yeah, we're taught. All right, dudes are taught at a young age to respect women, court, do all these types of things, and we're supposed to make sure that we put these women all the way up here. And I think that's okay. You're supposed to go out. If you see somebody that you like, go after them. I think that's great. Okay, and you should do that. I'm teaching my son to respect women, at all cases. Even with his sister, they annoy the shit out of each other. But if she says stop, he knows stop. Leave it alone. Okay, and I get that. And that's the thing with me. It's just like I don't try to be too forward with folks. I like to go out, get to know them a little bit better, and see where they're head at. I don't deal too well with dummies. But at the same time, I think women think that, well, I'm the prize, and they don't have to put any effort into it. I get that, but the thing about it is, I know I'm a catch too. How come I can't be the prize? Now, again, I'm not saying I'm all that because I'm not. But you know what I mean? Yes, thank you, Tasha. But that's the thing. Is it's like, why do I have to continue to chase you? And it's like, for me, it's like, what do you bring to the table besides ass? Now that might be rude, but I'm sure I'm not the only person that thinks that way. Now, after this podcast, I'm probably, there's a good chance I'm going to be single for a very, very long time. And you know what? I'm good with that. It's okay. I thought that I needed somebody in my life to complete me. I thought that I needed that person to make me feel like I am better. And I think for me, it's just like, I've come to a point now where I'm okay. All right, Dave, take it easy, bro. I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I'm doing okay. I've been through a lot of stuff, and I've been through a lot of stuff alone, and I didn't have that person to pick me up when I fail. I didn't have that person to comfort me when I needed to be comforted, and I think I'm at a point now where it's just like, I'm tired of doing interviews with people who feel like they're better than me, or feel like that just because I look a certain way or am shaped a certain way or not the right height, you don't want to give You don't want to give a dude the time of day. And I think with guys, you're looking for. I think guys are looking more for fat asses. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for a fat ass to slap or somebody to, another tick mark instead of looking for what she has to offer. And it's like, dudes, what do you bring to the table besides dick? You can't just think that you're the end all be all for all women. You know how many dudes they get pics like that from? They don't want to see that shit. If they wanted to see it, they probably ask you for it. And 9 out of 10, they want to see it in real life, not through a picture. Show them that you can have an intelligent conversation. Show them that you can have. Show them that that you're more than just. Yes, Tasha. They're looking for model chicks they see on TV. It's not realistic. You're right. And I think that a lot of dudes. I think a lot of dudes they look at Instagram and Facebook and all the stuff and they think that all women are going to be shaped like that. Nah, it's not like that. What point do the requirements change? Bonita, I don't know. I think that it depends on the person that you're interested in. So like, we all have a type of male or female that we're looking for. And even though we have this type in our head, the fact of the matter is they're not going to have every qualification that you're looking for. You know what I mean? They're not going to have they're not going to be 6'1", make $200,000 a year, drive, whatever what's so famous. I don't do cars. Drive a Porsche or whatever and have a winter home and a summer home. They're not going to be like that. You're not going to have all these types of things. I'm not saying that you have to lower your standards. I'm just saying that you have to be a little bit more realistic without these things. And bruh, and like dudes, it's just like you can't just expect this chick, to have a flat stomach and a big old booty and big old boobies and lips and can cook and all of that stuff. And, you know what I mean? You can't expect all of these types of things. You can't expect we're expecting perfection, and we're never going to. It's like you're never going to get that shit. Do you think sometimes oversharing on social media could be detrimental to dating today? I think it can be. I think that we don't know how to balance it. Like I use myself for an example. Sometimes I overshare. I get that. I know I overshare. But the things that I'm sharing, I do it because I'm not trying to get anything out of it. I'm doing it because I'm trying to bring some awareness to something that people may be dealing with like I'm dealing with. But some folks are so quick to be like, hey, I got this, I got money. Look at all these bricks, look at the stacks, all this stuff I got, look at my car, look at all this stuff. You know what I mean? And then you got this other one, like I'm popping bottles on the weekend with my girls, I'm doing all of this stuff, and I don't need no man. But then you look at the reality of it, these people are fronting. Who are they fronting for? They feel, it's like we feel like we have to put on this show just to get a high, or just to get a like, or a heart, or whatever. And I think that's a big problem. Monica says males or females don't look from inside out. Now it's about looks of what they can do for them. Oh yes. We talked about that. Yeah, looks are important, but they're not the main thing. And it's just like, what can you do for me? I think about like Eddie Murphy Raw when he married Umfufu, and she says, "Half, what have you done for me lately, Eddie? I want what's coming to me." I get it, and it's just like you can't go into a relationship for the wrong reasons. And I think that's what a lot of us do. Now, I don't have a problem with if two people want to get together and have a good old time. I say go for it. We grown. As long as everybody knows what the other person stands. But if you go out on a date with somebody and you're feeling each other, you go out on a couple of like 4 or 5 dates with each other, and you're feeling each other. You enjoy that person's company. You enjoy spending time with them. You enjoy, you know, just if you're having an intellectual conversation or you nerding out with about something, you nerd about these types of things. It's just like, what's wrong with giving it a shot or trying out, seeing what's going on? Let's see what's up with this person. Maybe this person might be the person I've been looking for. You never know because you're scared to take that chance. Jump. You might fly. Like I said earlier, some women do the same to men. Yes, they do. I tend to go for taller because it makes me feel safe. It also makes me look smaller next time. You ain't right. All right, so I get that. Now, you want to go for taller because it makes you feel safe. But I'm saying, though, you want to feel safe? Well, what these 24-inch pythons, brother? What you gonna do with Hulkamania? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm short and compact. I knock a motherfucker out. And I've knocked people who are taller than me out in a heartbeat. Just saying. I'm just saying. So, but I think that, I think that, like I said, we just have this misconception about a lot of things. I've went out on dates with people. It didn't work out, but we still talk. Now, I've also been out on dates with people who daggone will cut my throat. In a heartbeat. And I'm like, why? Why's it got to be like that? It doesn't have to be like that. We can be adults. If you don't want to have any contact with me, then just say so. If you don't like me, then just say so. It ain't been the first time I've been rejected, and it ain't gonna be the last time. It's kind of like high school where, oh, you're such a sweet guy, Blaze. You're such a sweet guy, and everybody. I wish that I had a guy like you. Like, I'm a guy like me. What's the problem? So, but that's the thing though. It's like for me, I know that I know that I had a good thing when I was married, and my stubbornness and my pig-headedness and everything like that messed up something because everything I looked for, I had it already. But I thought that the things could be different and the grass won't greener. I admit, I fucked up on my part. It wasn't just me. It was a group. It was a team effort. So, but the thing about it, we're still cool as hell. And that's how things go. Women don't understand when to step down, let a man lead. Yes, because they've been doing it themselves for so long. That's a great point, dude. It's just like being a single woman is a norm. Now a lot of women, they're taking the lead. Their mom, their dad, their boss. They're doing everything that they got to. You know what I mean? But when they dude comes in, it's kind of like you don't have to. It's not like you're giving that leadership away. It's kind of like it's okay to be a team. I don't expect anybody to come into my life to be my kid's mom. They already have a mom. Just like I'm not expecting to go into a relationship and be some kid's dad because they have a dad they may have a dad that's in their life. How do you know you found the one? Monica, I don't know that answer to that question. But I think you feel it. I think that, and yes, I think men and women can lead together. That's a problem. But you got to be willing to. You got to be able to give the reins over. Sometimes, you know what I mean. You can't try to do everything for everybody all the time. Anyway, but like for me, I get butterflies in my stomach if I'm really feeling somebody. It's kind of like all the problems and issues and worries and stuff that you're dealing with, they kind of go away. And I think that's a good sign of how you know when you are with that person and you're not thinking about, you know, man, I gotta pay my rent or what the hell are these people doing about because all of your attention is on that person. Who told you to ask that question? Daggone, they be brave, got so much. Um, and I think that uh, I think that like people say that you will know. I think you'll know when that person is the right person. Because I mean, like I said, you feel it, and like Miss Colleen said, after the butterflies and stuff, after that honeymoon period is over, if you still feel the same way about that person, then you got you a good one. You know what I mean? And it's like, for me, if somebody's on my mind, I tell them. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think that so many people are scared and so many people are worried about not having that affection given and some people don't know how to receive that affection or attention. That's been something that I've dealt with. Look, all right, so I went on I went on a date about a month or so ago. Met this chick on a dating site. Everything was cool. We talked and everything like that. And but she was hype. Please be taller than me. Please be taller than me. Get out of here with that stuff. Like you a damn. I don't care if you weigh heels. I'm not intimidated by somebody taller than me. Anyway, go out on a date, meet up. Everything's cool. Buy flowers and all that stuff. That's kind of dude I am. Bought flowers and stuff like that. Met up, and it's like pulling teeth trying to get this chick to talk. And then, oh, well, I'm not, you're such a sweet guy. You did everything right. And, you're awesome. But I just didn't feel a vibe. And, I'm still not over my ex. But if you're not over your ex, then why are you giving me shit about my stuff? Another day. Flowers, same thing, all this stuff. And, you do all these things. You try to make a good first impression to show that you really, hey, I'm there. I'm here for you. I'm trying to do all this stuff. you know, and hit it off great. Um, and it's just like, you have these expectations. You go in, you think everything's going to be all right, but in reality, these people don't give a shit. They just want to move on. Exactly. She should have never went on that date. She asked me. She asked me beforehand. She was like, "If your ex asked you to get back together, would you do it?" And I said, "Probably not." Now I say probably not because you got a 15-year history. That's a lot of love. You can't be with somebody for them 2 years. I mean, I guess you can, but 15 years and 2 years is way different. We got kids together. So my probably not was her sign of like, nope, I ain't doing it. You ain't for me. So, but then at the same time, it's just like, you had the other chick, and she was, similar situation. I understood where she was coming from because she had just separated from somebody, and then yeah, she wasted my time. But she's just separated from somebody, and she just never been on the date. I was her first date. All right, so I was her first date, and so I'm like the staple, I guess. So went out, and the thing about it, I told you I don't have a problem with two grown people, bumping uglies, and that's the thing. It's like we grown. You can do what you want to do. So she ended up spending the night and everything like that, and it's like we talked and everything like that, and then she was like, hey, you're such a sweet guy, and I'm not. You saying you being nice to me and bringing me flowers and all that stuff. It's just like I just wasn't ready for that. I wasn't expecting that because I was in a relationship that I didn't get this attention, and I know a lot of people will be happy to do all these types of things. You didn't do anything wrong. It's not you. It's me. So it makes when shit like that happens on several occasions, it kind of makes dudes salty. You know what I mean? Because you're doing all you're doing all the right things. You're being nice. You're taking the time to learn about this person, know more about this person, and you get shit on. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. It's crazy, right, Phil? I mean, this is dumb. All right, now, ladies at the same time now, they get these dudes who coming up with false promises and stuff. You know, say, well, you know, I'm all this stuff, and I can do all this for you. I can do this for you. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. It's just like, it, dudes shit on women just like women shit on dudes. But it doesn't have to be like that. Um, yeah, they don't know how to accept the good things because they've had the bad for so long. I get that, Tasha. I get it, man. I understand that. I'm with you. I agree with you 100%. But why take it out on somebody who's genuine? I mean, you know me. You know me since seventh grade. So you know I ain't trying to play no games when it comes to stuff like that. So Brittany says somebody they act like they want a good guy, but they're used to dating these wannabe thugs and bums that put up a front. Yes. Like what? What is it? What's up with that? Okay. All right. Explain something to me. Why do you want assholes? You know why do you want assholes? I don't get it. Why do you want these thugs? You say you don't, but that's what you attracted to. I don't get it. Take it hard to take compliments and nice gestures. I get that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They deal with shitty dudes forever, and then when they had enough, years later decide to leave. But the damage is yes, the damage is done. So because one dude fucked you up back in the day, everybody else is like that. You know, you can't go in. You can't go in with your damn blinders on. Because you're gonna miss out on somebody that's dope as hell. That's for dudes and for women alike. So that's the thing is like that's what we want. So, ladies, what is it? Okay, what do we need to do? You know what I mean? If you got like for me, all right. So for me, I have a career. I have my own home. I have my own car. No baby mama drama. No jail record. I'm a great father. College educated, going to get my master's. I do some good in the community. And I treat women with respect. What's the problem? Sometimes it's based on who we raised with. It's our base knowledge of a relationship. Okay, I get that. Okay, but I've been around. Yeah, it is they lost. I agree with that, Rollo. But I've been around. I've seen in my family. The men in my family know how to make babies, but they don't do marriage very often. You know, and I've seen folks in my family get beaten by men in their life, and they stay with them. I've seen women in my family shoot at folks that they didn't like, you know, that they were involved with. I've seen I've seen women beat the hell out of dudes that they didn't like, and that's the thing. And it's just like I've been around that. I've seen that, so I know what not to do in a relationship. But it still seems like the good guys still finish last. You know, what is it that what is it that what is it that the good guys need to do to break down these doors? And fellas, and I think Phil and Rollo are, you know, I think my sole two dudes in here is just like, what do you think? What is it that women need to do, you know, for us, you know, to be more appealing to us? What is it? What do we need to do? Uh, Say some women they think it's too good to be true. Yeah, I hear you, and they just want they just have to know when they want to change from that type of no good man. Yeah, yeah. When that'll be, I don't think anybody can say. Um, so for those just tuning in, we're talking about dating on Fade the Shade Away. This is actually turning into a really good discussion. Um, I think it's been pretty good. So tag some people. There we go. Oh, boom. Keep it going. So yeah, but that's the thing. Is, yeah, I agree with you, Phil. It's like if you think it's too good to be true, won't you just give it a shot to see if it is or not? You know, Miss Colleen, I don't know how to be nothing but. How can I not be accommodating? You met me. I don't know how to. You know what I mean? I only know one way to be. That's me. Why do I gotta change? There's a wait for the shoe to drop, and a lack of trust. I get that. Woohoo! Lack of trust. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Now that goes on both sides. Now it can't just. It's not just. I don't think it's just women who have that lack of trust. I think it's dudes who have it as well now, because it's like, you know, a lot of women been treated like shit in relationships, and they're trying to keep themselves protected. I get that because you don't want to let that wall down because you're so afraid that this guy is going to be like all the other ones. Okay, I get that. It's okay to keep that wall up, but don't let it come off like don't let it come off like you're unapproachable. You know, and I think for me, yeah, I'm willing to open. I don't have anything to hide. I'm willing to open up, but at the same time, it's tough opening up because, like I said, I've been shit on too. You know, and I'm sure that Phil's been shit on. I'm sure I'm sure that a lot of dudes who've been participating in this have been shit on too. And it's just like, when does the shit stop? And when do you figure out? You know what? It's time to wipe and get off this pot. You know, and and that's the thing. I think that's the question that we're all trying to figure out. You know, I think that's a big part of this whole dating issue. You know, there is, yes, there are trust issues. There are walls that are put up. There are these these are misconceptions about what the perfect guy or perfect girl is. And it's amazing. My husband kept trying, and we were friends first, and I saw the good qualities in him. See, that's cool. All right, but now, Tasha, let me ask you a question. All right, so the fact that he kept trying, when do, because it's like, I'm sure that a lot of us feel like if we keep trying, we're coming off as annoying as shit. You know what I mean? Exactly. Consistent is still not enough. Consistency is still not enough. You're putting all this effort in. I had one chick who told me she wanted me to be more assertive. I was assertive, but me being assertive, like Mr. Taylor used to say, I shot myself in my foot because that's what my brain was with a water gun. And that's the thing is, it's like that consistency ended up fucking me, and that assertiveness ended up fucking me. So what do you do? And that is a good question, Tasha. How long did it take for you to see the good qualities in your husband? All right. So, damn, 6 months? It took 6 months for that? Alright, okay. So, alright. Why it take so damn long? You know what? It's like, okay. So y'all, I know some of the women y'all read yeah, exactly. 6 months. Tasha, that's a long ass damn time. Alright, so but let's think about it. It's like, so y'all read that 2 years? Yeah. But Miss Colleen, being ourselves don't always work. They don't always work. But anyway, so okay, so like y'all talking about y'all read what the Steve Harvey book? I think that messed a lot of folks up. It's like think like a man, act like a woman. All right, yes, friend zone. The friend zone is a terrible, terrible place. It's a very, very lonely place. It sucks. That's the upside down right there. The damn friend zone. That's the upside down. It's a terrible, terrible place. So, but you know, Steve Harvey tell you to make that dude wait for what the 90 days. You think Steve Harvey, you think that dude waited 90 days for any damn thing? I'll wait. No, that dude didn't have to wait 9 days for nothing. So, I don't know, man. You stupid. You stupid, Phil. Um, it will if you are only yourself and don't try to figure out what they want. Let them want you. But that's the problem, Miss Colleen. I don't think they want you. And I know how I am. I know who I am now. I take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. That's why I feel like that's his money talking. I think that I'm at a point now. That's why I deleted all the dating apps off my phone today. What's the point? So what's the time? You know, I message like, oh, 20 folks. Got maybe 3 responses. The 90-day rule is questionable. Exactly. Especially if you're feeling each other. So you just went through this some months ago, tried different, older, established and great. Okay. After a while, I know there's different actions, changes, needs to say. He got called all girl. All girl. So yeah, and that's tough dealing with those types of issues, man. It's just it's really it sucks because we say you want to open up, but when you open up, you catch a motherfucker in a lie. How do you warrant that? So so what I'm gathering from this is that we all need to be a little bit more open minded, but we also need to remain cautious, but not so cautious to the point where we miss out on something that could be dope. So, oh, Tasha, you are worth it. You a dope ass chick. You know that. You know that. And being alone does suck, Kalua. So, but at the same time, I think being single, being alone is okay at times. If you really want a boyfriend, a real boyfriend. I'm like Bobby Brown. I need a girlfriend. But at the same time, it's just like I don't want one just to have one. I want somebody who's going to be down for me. I want somebody who can, like I said, who I can go to dinner with, but she also cool with sitting on the couch. I want somebody who is smart, but she can crack a joke with the best of them. You know what I mean? Let's go out and have a beer. You know what I mean? Let's go have some dinner. Let's go kick it with your friends. Let's go kick it with some of my friends. Let's kick it with some of your people, some of my people. It ain't hard. That's not too much to ask for, I don't think. I don't think it's I know Tasha mean to say it. Look, Tasha friends on me a long time ago, so I'm like, but I know how Tasha is, so I ain't even dealing with her no more. So yeah, but see, all right, so cool. All right, so you're a simple woman. I get that. I get you're a simple woman. I understand that. So ain't nothing wrong with being simple, but you also carry yourself with so much confidence and so much passion. It's like some dudes might just be intimidated by that. You know what I mean? And I don't think you should change that. I don't think you should change that at all because like you're dope as hell too. I told you that. I told you that for years. So finding men, not boys, are hard to find in the geek world. That's so true, Emma. But I think that we get to a point where we're just like fuck it, right? We'll get to this point where it's just like I'm like fuck it. I'm just gonna be single, and I'm just gonna do my thing, and then it's gonna have to take some mountain moving, to get your attention, and I don't think I think that is unfair to you and that's unfair to that other person, because nobody is going to be perfection. Nobody's going to meet every single criteria that we are looking for. And you're welcome, Kalua. Yes. Rollo says it's hard to watch a woman you were interested in going out with bad dudes while you watch from the friend zone. Sometimes guys give up, the good guys. I could not agree with that more. Because like I said, I told you it's just like You know, you get to this point, and they you know, I'm the dude that people come to when they're going through tough shit. You know, they go through tough time and they're sitting there crying. And I've been that friend zone dude, and they're sitting there like, oh my god, please, how come they can't be more like you? Really? I told you, I'm more like me, but you won't give me the time of day because I don't want to ruin our friendship. I want to be your friend. I'm on in. Kick rocks. That's what I think, but I don't say that verbally because that'd just be rude. I just want a man who plays no games. If you just want to do me, please. I told you. See, I told you that from the. See, you missed that point from the jump. I said that was like an hour ago. But that's the case. If like if you just want to bump ugly, say that. But if you want to try to do something more, then do more. You know, it's all messed up because blunt, raw, uncut, honest is not being used from the jump. All right, so let's let's talk about this. So we say, all right, so we talked about earlier is being too honest a good thing, and then we said that being honest is not being told from the jump. Where's the in between? You know what I mean? Where is the in between? How do we find that balance? So yes, yeah. See, there you go. That yeah. See, all right. So y'all are getting this. Y'all are getting this raw uncut from the dudes now. You know, you say that you want somebody to be open and honest, but when we open and honest, we think we're gonna get. You know, hey. So, Jamie, I think I missed something. Some about terminology. Say it again so I can. So, all right. So, are we just screwed then? Are we just screwed then? Screws? There's no in between. You know, are we doomed to the upside down? You know, ladies, help me out. I need some. Like I said, I need input. That's why I wanted a single female up here so we can talk about this stuff. Just being straight, just being straight grown. Because that's what I'm talking about. So, hey, Jenna coming with the facts. It's actually some evidence that small white lies in the long term strengthen a relationship. Fun fact. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if I say, I got 6 toes and I really got 5, yeah, you want to, that's embarrassing. So, but, saying I only want to do you. So, so you ought to be like, hey, you can't be like, hey, I want to put it in your butt. It's like, hey, I want to make love to you tonight. Is that how we should come across? So how long ago, my brothers, there's no such thing as a friend as a boy, just someone who knows who's waiting to get with you. All right. Anything that don't come out in the beginning was gonna come out in the rinse. I got you. Rollo, Jamie got a boyfriend. So, but no, and I think that's I'm glad you pointed that out, Tasha. But this whole takes time thing, and you'll know it, and it's not supposed. It'll happen when it's supposed to. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, but does anybody else get tired of hearing that? No. And especially say if you break up with somebody and you go through in the rinse in the wash. So say you break up with somebody and you see that person has moved on fast and has boyfriends or girlfriends that quick. You know what I mean? It's like it didn't take time for them. Oh, yeah. It's like, but it's like the thing about it. It's like, dude, it didn't take time for them. Why does it have to take time for me? Why does that person get to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and I have to wait until the right time, or I have to be patient, or I have to not look when that person might have done just as much bad shit or worse, but that person is moving on. That person is, finding love and happiness, and you sitting there mad as shit. You know. So yeah, it's yeah. See, that's right. You get tired of hearing that, right? Exactly. How, Sway? How? You know. Now, it's touchy. It's a touchy situation. It's just like you get there, and it's just like, what in the world? Why? It comes to a point. Bad news. I have to wait 90 days. It gets to a point where I don't know about the other brothers in this. I don't know about the other brothers that's in this podcast how they feel about it, but it gets to a point like with me, like for me, for the longest time, I thought, what's wrong with me? What is it? What is wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? You know, what is it that what is it about me that is not appealing? What is it about me where I'm not getting? What is it about me that the people that I like don't like me back? You know, and that's the thing. And it's like I'm not I'm sure that many women feel that same way. I'm pretty sure that some of the other brothers feel that same way as well. Like, what is wrong with me? So, what is it? What's the problem? What am I doing wrong? What are we doing wrong? What is it that we could do better? What is it that we should do better? And nobody is able to answer that question because they say nothing's wrong with you. You're a great guy or you're a great girl. But if I'm so great, how come I can't get a time of day? Huh? 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 Aha! Aha! So, but that's the thing. Gentlemen don't win. Bad boys are winning. Yeah. No, no car, no job, no ambition, no hustle. Um. So okay, that is great segue. Yo, we've been talking about this for an hour. This is a really impressive stuff. So it says almost every comment now is about cheating or backup plans. This sounds like the root of the problem. Is it? Is it? Is our past? Is our past stopping us from our future? Jamie says, if your mind has moved on, you will subconsciously project your feelings. I agree with that. Intimidation used to what's been had the feelings of not deserving the grant. So it's like, yeah. So does our past is our past stopping us from doing or moving forward to where we should be or where we could be? You know, and if so, how do we move past that? Because you got to think about it now. You got to think about it now. If it's tough to just get over stuff and just move on. It's not that simple. If it was, then it wouldn't be any single people in this world. I don't think. Or they'd be single by choice. Excuse me. So how do we do it? How do we do it? So this is some interesting dialogue. I don't want to end it, but we've been going for like an hour. But you guys have been contributing. I think that's an awesome thing. We'll go for a few more minutes because I know people got New Year's Eve parties and stuff to get to, and I don't want to keep y'all from y'all time. So Bill says once he's healed, take all that baggage in. So the crib. I don't punish next people for your past relationships. I got it. I got you, and that's the thing. So I know, but for me, it's like in the beginning. For me though, I took the past into the relationships. That was in the beginning because the shit was still fresh. 2 years later, it's not fresh anymore. I'm ready to move on and do. I'm ready to move on and do my thing. But at the same time, those opportunities aren't presenting themselves. You know what I mean? So, uh, so what do we do? You know, what do we do? How do we move on? How do we get better? You know, how do we how do we kick this dating shit to the curb and be like, all right, let's do this shit for real. You know? So it'll help you heal that spot. More times than not, the person, yeah, it's the person that's pushing you away. I get that. Um, yeah, but I don't. Sometimes it's not a person that's pushing. It's not a person that you're pushing away. Is that person just ain't giving you the time of day? You know, it's like I know, like for instance, I know someone that I'm interested in, but that person is, you know, that person enjoys being single, not having to answer anybody or anything like that, and focus on their career. I get that. There's nothing wrong with that, but I don't. It's like I'm at a point where I'm being persistent and letting her know that, hey, I would love to, spend time with you more and do more things with you. But she's at a point where she's not quite ready for that. You know what I mean? And it's just like, well, I'm not going to sit here. I don't want to sit and wait, because what if this person isn't a person? But then at the same time, it's just like, well, shit, you know, what am I going to do then? How can you help a broken woman? Consistency is not the answer. There's a clear path. There's a clear path to the friend zone. We got to heal first. That's just it. Because we're alone, we feel the need to try again and not ready. It's like picking a scab on a sword. Yep. Completely hard for people to move on, but it's a lot of people who can't get past the past to look forward. Forgiveness is the key. Yeah, it is. It is. But, we've forgiven and moved on, but still. And you're trying to be consistent, but still. So, like I said, that's for dudes and for women now. It's like, like the ladies, y'all are talking about how, these past dudes, y'all, they have done a number. They've done a number on you. And it sucks that you guys have had to deal with that. It sucks that so many men have been so shitty that it helps that wound is so deep, you know. For me, I knew that I was trying to fix a problem with a band-aid, but that problem needed stitches. Now I'm stitched up. I'm stitched up, and I don't have to pick at the scab anymore. You know what I mean? Like you said, Felicia. I don't have to pick at that scab anymore. I'm healed up. There's no cuts. There's no wounds. There's no anything like that. And I'm sure a lot of women and a lot of brothers are feeling that same way. You know, and it's like we're ready for it, but who's ready to receive us? You know, but who's ready to take that step? Who's ready? Who's not afraid to see what may be on the other side? All right. So, but anyway, I think this has been like a dope ass. This has been a dope ass conversation. I think it's been eye opening to a lot of people because I think men, we see where the women are coming from, and then the women are seeing where we're coming from as well. So I'm hoping that this can see, yeah, yeah. Um Ooh. All right, so I was gonna end it, but Tim and Jamie are bringing up some interesting dynamics and stuff here. So, that person, I could be that person to help you heal. So, and like Tim's thinking, would that appear too pushy? You know, because you see all these folks, it's just like, folks, they say they want to do who can, or they want a woman who can. Well, some women want a man who can lead, but they can be vulnerable as well. You know, and but when that man is vulnerable, they'll nitpick, and they'll push as well. Why you suck it up and be a man, you know? And then these dudes don't want. They say they want a strong woman, but then they expect to walk all over them at the same time. It's like you can't do that, bro. You can't. You can't. It's all about being a team. You know. It's like you have to go at this thing together. If you healing, let me help heal you. All right, but you're healing as well. Let me help you. It's a cohesive thing. You know what I mean? You have to be willing to let them. You gotta let the people in your life, if they, you can't expect them to be, yeah, you can't expect them to be the healer all on their own. It's gonna take that teamwork. It's gonna take that cohesiveness. It's gonna have to take that communication. Communication is always gonna be key. You always have to have that open communication in when you're dealing with somebody else. It's not just a one sided thing. So um, I'm gonna get ready to end this thing. Guys, this has been an excellent episode on dating, and I appreciate all of you guys, all of y'all input. I think it's been, I think it's been heard by both sides. I think we got some ground to cover, but we covered a whole lot of ground to get to where we are. So, I think what I want to close with is just like this. Um, I think dating is as hard. I think dating is as hard as we make it. And if we are willing to, if we're willing to lead, if we're looking to communicate, if we're looking to heal, we should be able to open up just a little bit to the other person. Um, and it all starts with that. Once we get our communication together, we'll get all this right. Um, I think that we'll continue to grow as much as long as we continue to communicate and be open with with our feelings, with our wants, with our needs, with our desires. But you got to be willing to be accepting of it. Okay, you got to be willing to be open to it. You know, um, the next episode, uh, of Fade the Shade Away is going to be. Let me look at my calendar. Da, 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 da. It is probably going to be on January the 8th, and it'll probably be in the evening. It'll probably be in the evening. Now, we're going to start going into some even deeper topics. So, many of you guys already know that I'm a mental health counselor in training, and one of the purposes of starting this podcast and this Facebook Live or whatever is to bring awareness to issues that people deal with but don't really know how to or are afraid to or anything like that. So we're going to be talking about mental health for a few episodes. I'm going to be addressing depression. Um, we're going to be we're going to be addressing depression, and my story is going to be. You guys know my story, but I'm going to go into a little bit more about the mental health aspect of it. So I want to do an episode on depression. I want to do an episode on cutting. I'm going to have an episode talking about counselors. I want to talk about addiction. I'm going to do all these types of things. So we're going to be addressing we're going to get down to some nitty gritty things. So you're going to see a vulnerable Blaze at times, and I'm good with that. So, but I hope that you guys will tune in again. It'll be probably January the 8th at 7 o'clock. That is a Monday, 2 weeks from now. So we'll do two shows in January, but it's going to probably be about 4 or 5 episodes on mental health and what we can do to try to change some of those things. So again, thank y'all to everybody who tuned in. Thank you to everybody who took the time to comment and to listen. I hope you guys are safe tonight. If you're going to go out, y'all please don't drink and drive. Don't drink it. I'm not going anywhere tonight. I'm going to be home all night. If you need me, hit me up. I'll come get you. I don't care. Um, so it'll be. I want you guys to enjoy the new year and be happy and do some wonderful things in 2018. So thank you guys so much. This has been Fade the Shade Away, episode 3 on dating. We covered a lot of ground. You guys are awesome, and if nobody told you, I love you, and I think you're dope. All right. Y'all have a good night. Y'all be safe. I don't know where the party is, Rollo, but I ain't gonna be there. All right. Y'all be safe. Take care of yourself. Peace.